Thanks for joining us on the CBN News Channel. I'm Lori Johnson. Well, the massive blizzard has finally moved away from the East Coast. It forced airlines to cancel 7,000 flights, which cost them about $100 million. As Paul Strand reports, it's taking a toll on many Americans as well.
The massive snowstorm cost many airline passengers lost days and much frustration.
It's my first trip to New York. I came for Christmas. I had a thoroughly good time until now.
With impassable roads, many got stuck in airports and may still not be able to fly away till Thursday.
I was supposed to go out of here today at 11 o'clock, 11:50, and now it's still Thursday.
Yeah, take 4.
Sarah Beth Brown's been ping-ponged around the Atlanta airport for days.
I had a flight to LaGuardia 2 days ago. Then I had another flight yesterday into LaGuardia, and then a flight this morning into White Plains that got canceled. Staying positive, I guess, nothing I can do.
Strangers Karen Dorsch and Kim Stonebreaker both ended up stranded in Atlanta trying to fly to Myrtle Beach.
I don't have, anywhere to go as well, but
Right.
So I have my father driving here from Myrtle Beach. He left at midnight last night, and he should be here within the hour to come get me, and her.
Yeah.
And I don't even know her.
Out on snow-jammed East Coast roads, many people had to abandon stuck trucks and cars or sleep in them. Those at home faced massive plowing jobs.
I had to work all day, so didn't get to it till now. My back is feeling the pain.
I'm trying to shovel out of this disaster, this snowstorm of 2010.
At this moment, Gizzo was digging out his daughter's car. Why wasn't she?
Because daddy's little girl.
But Melanie Johnson did her own digging.
I actually don't mind. I grew up in a family with all sisters and just one boy. So I got out there with my brother and dad.
You'd think all this nasty winter weather might shake the faith of the global warming crowd. Not so. They say a warming Earth is causing more extreme volatile weather. So, hot or cold, they blame it all on global warming. Paul Strand, CBN News.
The Obama administration has restored one of the most controversial portions of the new health care law. The New York Times reports the new policy will let the government pay doctors for end-of-life counseling. That counseling could include doctors telling patients not to try everything medically possible that might keep them alive. The measure was dropped from the original health care bill after heavy criticism. Opponents said that could lead to, quote, death panels, because the doctors could have some patients prematurely give up on treatments that might save their lives. Gasoline could hit $5 a gallon in the U.S. within the next few years. That's the prediction from the former president of Shell Oil. John Hofmeister told Platts Energy Week television that oil prices will jump as the world's economy gets stronger, and that could lead to record gas prices in the U.S. by the year 2012. An oil analyst tells CNN Money that he, too, thinks gas prices will indeed hit $5 at some point in the decade, but not as soon as 2012. Oil went over $90 a barrel in recent days, and some analysts expect it to hit $100 in the near future. Well, New Year's is usually when you warn people about drinking and driving, but AT&T has a new hard-hitting documentary about a way its products are misused that's every bit as deadly.
The first thing I noticed about her was her shoes, lying in the roadway in a large pool of blood.
A policeman mourns the death of a texting teen.
She was going to graduate the next day. It's just sad. Sorry, it's just sad.
This documentary's true stories of teens and tragedy pull no punches about texting and driving. This girl sent the text that distracted her driving sister.
If I got talked to her one last time, I would just say I'm sorry.
You meet a passenger forever crippled when the driver's texting caused a crash.
And it was a direct collision.
There's a young man who killed a cyclist while texting.
I sent one stupid, meaningless text, LOL, and killed the man.
AT&T lays it on the line to teens with its documentary premiering this week.
You are 23 times more likely to get into an accident if you're texting and driving. We don't want anyone to use our technology unless they're safe.
30 states have laws against texting and driving. President Obama will use his State of the Union address speech to address America's skyrocketing national debt. His advisors are combing through the controversial recommendations of the president's deficit commission, but they're not hinting which ones he might support. The recommendations are so wide and varied, there's something for every party and interest group to both love and loathe, like spending cuts and freezes, cuts in entitlement benefits, some tax increases, and raising the Social Security retirement age. The president will deliver the speech in late January. Lisa Murkowski may finally become Alaska's re-elected senator as soon as Thursday. Tea Party favorite Joe Miller is giving up his nearly 2-month legal fight to keep Alaska from certifying her win back on November 2nd. The conservative Miller beat the moderate Murkowski in the Republican primary, but then she ran as an independent and apparently won the general election on the strength of write-in votes. If Murkowski's win is certified soon, she still might make it to Washington in time for the start of the congressional session in early January. In 2010, immigration dominated the national conversation, particularly a tough law passed by the state of Arizona. Mark Martin traveled to Arizona for a first-hand look at the controversy.
Ranch life in the rugged terrain near the Arizona-Mexico border is not for everybody. Cattle ranchers face extreme conditions, an intense sun and soaring temperatures. But there's more. The ranchers we talked to say the illegal immigrants invading their land are becoming more dangerous. They even wanted their faces hidden to prevent retaliation.
The illegals that we're encountering now are more aggressive, and they are not your mom and pop guys looking for a job. They're drug runners.
The trespassing of illegal immigrants has local ranchers fed up and looking for help. One rancher even told us that in 1 month's time, more than 450 illegals traveled across her land.
Well, right now, it is all driven by the drug cartel. I don't care what people want to say about this. We live it, and we know that the drug cartel is behind it. And you don't have to be around long to know that that involves money. And wherever there is greed and selfishness, there is destruction.
And I know other houses that they've just destroyed where the people visit down here in the wintertime or whatever. They've just destroyed them. And you don't dare leave anything unattended.
Break-ins and vandalism are minor compared to what happened to fellow rancher Robert Krentz and his dog. In late March, it's believed an illegal immigrant killed the two. Police traced footprints from the murder scene to the border. This crime and other incidents pushed leaders in Arizona to do something. The result? Arizona's Senate Bill 1070, also known as the Support Our Law Enforcement and Safe Neighborhoods Act. Governor Jan Brewer signed it into law in late April.
It shouldn't take a Rob Krentz on the border that was killed. It shouldn't take the line of officers that I've mentioned time and time again that have been murdered. 4 murdered recently, 4 seriously wounded from illegal aliens. It shouldn't take that. You know, enough's enough. Citizens have a constitutional right for our laws to be enforced. We're going to enforce them here in the state of Arizona.
Pierce, the bill's author, says it simply enforces what's already been on the books in federal immigration law for 40 years. Only now, he says, the handcuffs are taken off state and local police so they can question a person's immigration status during a police stop for another offense.
The only difference is now we're going to let them ask the questions that they need to ask when they have reason to believe, probable cause, suspicion.
State Representative David Gowan Sr. authored the House version of the bill. He says it eliminates sanctuary policies, whereby some city leaders tell police to not ask about citizenship.
All we're trying to do is protect our citizens here in Arizona, since the federal government seems to have failed in its duty to protect its border and its citizens. Sometimes that duty falls to the states, and that's what we're trying to do here.
I'm here along the Arizona-Mexico border in Cochise County, which is a part of the Tucson sector of the Border Patrol. This sector is the most crossed in the entire country by illegal immigrants. Altogether, an estimated 460,000 illegal immigrants have slipped across the border to make Arizona their home. Opponents of the new law believe the quest to apprehend illegals will result in racial profiling. These protesters on the Capitol grounds in Phoenix call the law unconstitutional, saying it unfairly targets Hispanics and that increased deportations would break up families.
If you know somebody, you know, you will be in problem. If you give right somebody, that will be a problem. If you give job to somebody who need it for support their families, you are in problems. I don't think it. This is mostly, you know, about color.
It violates my rights, civil rights.
Supporters, however, say that couldn't be further from the truth.
The bill specifically prohibits racial profiling. Really didn't need to be said, but we knew the left-wing critics would continue to play this game.
Reverend Eve Nunez is a vice president in the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference. She says her son has experienced racial profiling, even being thrown to the ground by police in one incident. Nunez is against the law, but wants to make it clear that she and her organization are not for amnesty.
We need to secure our borders. We need to stop illegal immigration. I am for that. But we need to treat the immigrants that are here, we need to treat them humanely. And Leviticus 19:33-34 says that we should treat immigrants as we treat our own.
This Christian rancher feels the new law can work.
The Lord expects us to have compassion for one another. We are to love one another as He loves us. Our country was founded on biblical principles. We have a responsibility to uphold that law.
We lose over $2 billion a year to illegal immigration. That's incarceration, education, and hospitalization.
It's enough to make nearly a dozen other states stand up and take notice as they pursue their own legislation to deal with the growing call for immigration reform. Mark Martin, CBN News, Arizona.
Coming up, how campus ministries like InterVarsity help make the college experience a positive one.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
These are the greatest stories ever told. Presented by Academy Award winner Charlton Heston.
Thus saith the Lord of Israel, let my people go.
Join Charlton Heston as he travels the sacred lands of the Bible.
I'm going to take you with me on a journey exploring the stories in the Bible and the ancient land where they happened. This is said to be the very garden. This, the very rock where Jesus prayed for strength.
Now the Bible comes to life like never before. Time Life presents Charlton Heston's The Bible.
And Moses cast the tablets from his hands.
Praised by critics, this landmark TV series is now available on digitally remastered DVDs. You'll be inspired by the greatest stories from the Old and New Testaments, enhanced by historic works of art. Get Charlton Heston Presents the Bible on 4 DVDs for $49.99. Call with your credit card and save $10.
And Abraham stretched forth his hand and took the knife to slay his son.
And that's not all. You'll also get a free bonus DVD that takes you behind the scenes. And if you call in the next 10 minutes, we'll ship for free. That's an additional savings of nearly $7.
For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever.
Call now to get Charlton Heston's The Bible on 5 DVDs for just $39.99. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll ship for free.
Now therefore go, and I will be with thee.
Call 1-800-748-5167 to order Charlton Heston Presents the Bible for $39.99 and receive free shipping when you call in the next 10 minutes with your credit card.
The developers of Kentucky's Creation Museum have another biblical entertainment venture in mind. They're planning to build a full-size replica of Noah's Ark as part of a $172 million theme park. The Creation Museum opened 3 years ago outside of Cincinnati and has already drawn more than 1 million visitors. Investors believe the Noah's Ark Park could attract 1.6 million visitors a year. The Kentucky Tourism Board granted the park a preliminary approval for tax incentives. A scientist who applied for a job at the University of Kentucky says he didn't get the job because he's a Christian. Martin Gaskell was considered a top candidate for the prestigious position at the Student Observatory. One member of the search committee said he was breathtakingly above the other applicants. But other members of the committee said he was something close to a creationist and potentially evangelical. Gaskell's lawsuit against the school goes to trial in February. Today's college campuses aren't seen as welcome environments for Christians. That reputation hasn't stopped major ministries from reaching out to students on campus. As Heather Sells reports, their efforts are really paying off.
Leaving home for college can be a scary time for young students. It can be especially tough for Christians attending a secular school. Lauren Dewick remembers entering the University of Chicago.
It's intimidating at first. When I came, I was very nervous about how people would perceive me, especially because I'd come from a very conservative subculture.
Lauren eventually broke the spiritual ice with fellow students and says InterVarsity Christian Fellowship made a big difference in her college experience. The University of Chicago is just one campus where InterVarsity has experienced growth. In the last 2 years, it has doubled in size here. And the University of Chicago isn't alone. InterVarsity chapters are growing across the country. 86 new chapters are open, and conversions are up by almost 70% in the last 5 years.
We've seen, kind of the spiritual temperature on this campus going up, students asking a lot of questions and being willing to engage in deeper discussions about, is there a God? If so, who is he?
InterVarsity's Nick Price recently worked with his University of Illinois students to prepare for an evening of evangelism training. This proactive approach is a key factor in understanding InterVarsity's growth. It's one reason Alex Boltman recently came to Christ.
People were kind of willing to think about the tough issues and tackle them, and when I had questions, they would try and answer them, or they would say, I don't know, but let's look into this together.
Today, Lauren leads her alma mater's InterVarsity chapter. She and area director Dan Chow say their growth is a direct result of prayer and students who've shifted their mindset.
There isn't as much of a mentality of let's go to campus and we'll set up shop, we'll have a group, and it'll be nice and comfortable and it'll be great for Christians. There's much more the attitude of, we're here on campus for a reason, let's be an influence.
What happens is when you have students who decide that, yeah, they want to make sacrifices for the sake of their faith, they want to live life on mission, they want to see their friends come to know Jesus, that's a contagious attitude.
It's an attitude that explains why InterVarsity says the climate for campus ministry has never been better. Reporting in Chicago, Heather Sells, CBN News.
Another major college ministry, Campus Crusade for Christ, says it's experiencing similar growth. It opened 94 new chapters in the last 5 years, and in the past 1 year, the ministry has seen 126,000 students make decisions for Christ. Well, up next, can lack of sleep keep you from being a success? Why getting more sack time might be one of the best New Year's resolutions you can make.
What makes the miracles of Jesus even more miraculous? Standing where they happened, in Israel. Come explore Jerusalem, where Jesus opened blind eyes. Visit the hills of Galilee, where Jesus fed the multitude. Stroll through Capernaum, where Jesus lived and taught and healed. To learn more about standing where it all happened in Israel, visit www.goisrael.com. Come visit Israel.
Endless pools are an incredible alternative to traditional pools, making it easy and inexpensive to swim at home. Call our toll-free number or visit our website. A free idea kit and DVD will be sent to your home so you can discover all the benefits of owning your own pool. Compared to traditional pools, endless pools are simple to install, easy to maintain, and economical to run. Our precision-engineered pools enable you to swim or exercise against a smooth current that adjusts to any speed and ability. Endless pools are perfect for year-round health and fitness, relaxation, and family fun. Our free idea kit and DVD will show you how easy it is for the whole family to enjoy a pool right in your backyard or home. An endless pool or an endless pool swim spa can become a showplace for your home. Call our toll-free number or visit the website to find out more about endless pools. The free idea kit will show you just how easy it is to be able to swim at home.
What makes the miracles of Jesus even more miraculous? Standing where they happened, in Israel. Come sail the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus calmed a raging storm. Experience Jerusalem, where Jesus restored a paralyzed man. Explore Capernaum, where Jesus spoke a centurion servant into health. To learn more about standing where it all happened in Israel, visit goisrael.com. Come visit Israel.
There's a lot of talk about how green energy will drive the new economy. But one entrepreneur and one Texas town aren't waiting for the future. They're committing right now. Paul Strand explains.
Davin Mehta has wanted to build a flagship solar farm for a long time to prove harnessing the sun's power can be economical, practical, and profitable. Now his company RRE Austin Solar has cut a deal with Pflugerville, Texas, to use nearby farmland for amassing 400,000 solar panels that can power up to 7,000 homes.
It's absolutely going to look like a lake from the top.
Pflugerville gets its name on the project and some $750,000 worth of free solar panels to place all around town.
We're open for green business. Our council has made a concerted decision. That's the direction we want to go. Pflugerville is going to become known as a solar city, and Texas is going to become known as a solar state.
There's a bonus in this down economy, 350 new construction jobs.
With as big as this project is going to be, there are going to be supporting businesses that come to Central Texas, and Pflugerville plans on being first in line to lure those businesses into our community.
Paul Strand, CBN News.
Is one of your New Year's resolutions to get more sleep? Maybe it should be. Recently, I spoke with a researcher who's dedicated his life to studying the effects of sleep. He says it's important. It's an important key to a successful life. Well, not only is sleep vital to good health, it can also make a difference in every area of your life, according to Dr. James Moss. He joins us now to talk about this important and often overlooked element of our lives and about his new book, Sleep for Success. Dr. Moss, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for being here, Lori.
So why do you think sleep deprivation is such a problem in America? I mean, so many Americans think it's, it's getting 5 or 6 hours of sleep a night is sort of some sort of badge of honor.
Right. Well, it's a macho thing, but sleep is not a luxury. It's a necessity. And if you don't get proper sleep, that means you're going to be drowsy during the day, have unexpected sleep seizures. Heaven forbid you're not driving a car. You're going to be irritable, anxious, depressed. You're going to gain weight. You have a greater risk for hypertension, that's heart attacks and strokes, type 2 diabetes, obesity, skin problems, and cancer. And your cognitive performance slows down. You can't think, you can't remember, you're not creative, you can't think critically. It affects how long you're going to live, and if you're an athlete, it just ruins your motor coordination and your reaction time. So there's a whole host of reasons why you should be in bed sleeping. Now, we ask people on average, how much do you sleep? And they say 7 hours. And then we test them, and it's closer to 6.
Right, right. Well, talk about I think a lot of people, their ears really perk up when you talk about the weight gain and how sleep deprivation actually contributes to weight gain. How is that possible? A lot of people don't believe that.
Right. You'd think if I spend an extra hour in bed, that's like being a couch potato and I'll just get fat. The opposite is true. When you sleep 6 hours or less at night, your leptin levels in your brain are suppressed, and that makes you hungry. The ghrelin hormones in your stomach increase, and that makes you even hungrier. So when you get up, you're starving. You're starving for junk foods, for sugars, for carbos, and you're going to gain weight.
Now, in your book, you outline the 4 essential keys to sleeping well. The first one, determine how much you need on a personal level.
Most adults need somewhere between 7.5 and 8.5 hours of sleep, and they average 6.1. So what you should do is count back 8 hours from when you have to get up and go to bed at that time. And if you're still tired during the day and have a midday dip, add another 15 minutes till you get to the point where you're energetic all day long.
And then the other one is go to bed and wake. I'm sorry, you were
go to bed and wake up at the same time Monday through Monday. You have one biological clock, not one for the work week and one for the weekends.
Right, right.
You have to synchronize the sleepy phase of your biological clock with the time you spend in bed, and likewise the alert phase when you're up. Rule number 3, get one long block of continuous sleep, not an hour in the easy chair after dinner or a power nap in the afternoon, just one long block of uninterrupted sleep. And number 4, make up for lost sleep. You've got to replace what you lose. You can't do it all in one night, but you have to start paying it back. Every hour we're up adds to our sleep debt, and you have to sleep 1 hour at night for every 2 hours the previous day of wakefulness. So you have to sleep 8 hours to repay a 16-hour debt.
That sounds good to me. I'm on board. So what's the overall message that you'd like the viewers to take away with regarding your book?
If you want to be more effective, a better athlete, a better scholar, a better worker, a better spouse, a better parent, it's easy. Add 1 more hour to the sleep you're getting now, and you will be a tiger. You're going to say, I never knew what it was like to be awake before. You could actually become the person that your mother had hoped she had given birth to.
You could finally please your mother.
Right.
All right. Dr. James Moss, the book is called Sleep for Success. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Lori.
Millions of women worldwide love Bare Minerals.
This is smooth, it's nice, and it covers. I like that.
Only Bare Minerals looks like beautiful bare skin, while it covers whatever you want it to. And now you can get our latest kit with our totally new, totally spill-proof Click Lock Go Foundation. For over 75% off retail, our new kit comes with Bare Minerals Foundation in the shade that's just right for you. Warmth for a healthy glow. Mineral Veil, the ultimate finishing touch, and Bare Minerals Flawless Application Brush. Call now and get 3 full-size gifts worth $57.95 free. Purchased separately, you'd spend over $120. Our original Get Started kit was a great deal at 2 payments of $29.99. But now you can get all this for just 1 payment of $29.99. Save over $90 and get a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Call 1-800-376-4174. Ask how you can receive this handy compact. Call 1-800-376-4174 now.
It's impossible to close an open can with a pop top. Open cans spill in the fridge. What a mess. And open cans lose their fizz. What a waste. Introducing Bottle Top. It turns your can into a bottle with the snap of a cap. Open metal cans can't travel. What a waste. Bottle Top turns your can into a bottle that's perfectly portable. You can't do this with an open can. Bottle Top lets any soda keep its carbonation. Look, bugs are gross, but Bottle Top protects your drink from insects. When you're done drinking, just pop it off. Rinse under hot water and reuse. Bottle Top keeps drinks from spilling. Now get 6 colored Bottle Tops for just $10. Call now and get 6 more. Plus, we'll send you the Can Top Popper. Just pay separate shipping and handling. You get 12 amazing Bottle Tops, plus the Can Top Popper, all for just $10.
Call 1-800-377-9176. But hurry, call now. We're giving away a bonus 6 more Bottle Tops and the Can Top Popper with today's orders. That's 1-800-377-9176. Call now.
Finally today, one of the most inspiring people of 2010. Remember the disabled musician in China who wowed the judges and won over a nation? Liu Wei blew the audience away with his inspiring performance on the television show China's Got Talent. The 23-year-old musician had to have his arms amputated at the age of 10 and now plays the piano with his toes. Ever since he was a kid, Liu always dreamed of pursuing a music career. Now, over a decade later, he is proving that any disability can be overcome with determination and a whole lot of practice. Liu won the China's Got Talent contest with a performance of a version of You're Beautiful by American singer James Blunt. That's all the time we have for this hour of CBN News Channel. You can find information on all the stories you've seen here at cbnnews.com. And you can also stay up to date with CBN News through Facebook and Twitter. We hope you'll join us